Hello, and thanks for tuning in to episode 10, to Thanksgiving episode. Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of The Unrefined Jagoff. It'll be a special Thanksgiving episode. I'm your host, Ian Cavelli. Now, the show, if you aren't aware yet, or if you just keep forgetting, is a collection of my ideas, stories, and just general ramblings or whatever I feel like filling the time with. Now, at the time of recording this, it's exactly 1 week before Thanksgiving, and I have written absolutely none of the episode yet, which for some people might think it's typical Ian, but I would say shut the hell up. So get ready for another completely improvised episode with some awkward pauses, awkward cuts, and awkward stories. Hey, you guys are lucky I haven't done an hour-long episode of me just going, the thing yet, because that's pretty much what it sounds like to have a conversation with me when I'm tired. So if you haven't pieced it together yet, this episode's all about Thanksgiving, or as my dad likes to call it, Thanksgiving. He always puts an emphasis on thanks, but not giving, so it ends up just sounding like Thanksgiving, and I'm pretty sure his brothers do it too. My dad pronounces a lot of things weird. He also says mayonnaise as mayonnaise. Would you like some mayonnaise on Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving with my dad's side of the family is much like most people's in the sense that it has a lot of food, except for there's also spaghetti, and it's much, much louder. Having all the Cavellis in one room at the same time talking is extremely painful on the ears. One person will start talking, another person will start talking over them, and eventually they start talking so loud that your ears just explode. They just explode. And on top of that, they all do this weird noise at the end of their sentences. I think that my dad does it way more when he's around his brothers, because they all go, "Hey, pass the potatoes, huh? Hey, can you pass the pie, huh? Hey, Mark, what are you doing, huh? Hey, Greg, what is that, huh? It's kind of like some kind of Dago spaceship or hovercraft going, only, stupid. For me, Thanksgiving has changed a lot over the years. I was born in Pittsburgh, and that's where a majority of my family still lives, which over time we have moved farther and farther away from. We moved to Ohio, then we moved to South Carolina, then back to Ohio, and then we've lived in Illinois since I was about 10. As a kid, that meant waking up at the ass crack of dawn and sitting in the car for 8 hours going from Illinois to Pittsburgh. As an adult, I just say, I don't have any vacation time this year, and I have to stay home. And then I just, for the last few years, I've just been eating with my girlfriend's family, which is fine, because Filipinos and Italians apparently are pretty similar. We eat a lot, and that's pretty much it. You just eat until you feel sick, and then you puke, and then you eat some more to fill in the space that you puked up, and you just keep the cycle going until all the leftovers are gone. There's always 3 things that are consistent in Thanksgiving with my family. Everybody eats a lot of pie. Everybody tells the same jokes every year, and someone gets in a fight at some point. There's one story that we've probably been telling for about 30 years at this point, where my cousin Bryant was taking a bowl of corn downstairs, and he dropped the bowl of corn, and it went everywhere. Now, he's been told that story every year, at every occasion since then. "Oh, Bryant, you're gonna drop the corn? Oh, look, Bryant's got the corn. Are you gonna drop it? Oh, don't let Bryant carry the corn. Bryant, it's corn." The same fucking thing every fucking year. But, he's pretty good about it. He doesn't yell at anybody. But one time, my cousin Victoria, who was not even born at the time that this happened, brought it up. It's like, "Hey lady, you weren't there. What are you talking about?" Apparently, one year, for something, I brought a book bag with my stuff in it with me. So I brought my book bag inside, and I don't trust any of my cousins because they're all spoiled brats at this point, because I'm probably like 10, and I had my Game Boy in there. So I just wore my backpack all around the house. And apparently my cousins think that's weird and remembered it till this day, and they're always like, "Hey, where's your backpack? I don't recognize you without your backpack," which I wore like fucking once. Also, I don't remember this at all. I think I had to piece it together in my memory to know what the hell they're talking about, and that's about it. There was one Thanksgiving that the weather was so bad that we couldn't drive into Pittsburgh, and that was the happiest Thanksgiving my family has ever had. Now, I love my family. I love Pittsburgh. I can't stand that drive, and it wastes your entire weekend just to get there. So we weren't really completely prepared for the holiday, but we just ran to the store and picked up whatever was left to eat. I don't know if this was a Thanksgiving that this happened, or even if it happened on a Thanksgiving, but there was one holiday where my brother thought it'd be a good idea to chase me with a piece of ham. And we're in the kitchen, and I'm running away backwards, and all of a sudden I went just slammed down on the dishwasher door that was open behind me. And there were some knives in there, and luckily I missed them, but that dishwasher door was broke as shit. It wouldn't close. And then when it did close, it wouldn't come back open. So that was I guess my way of getting our family a new dishwasher. Now, I'm not sure if that was Thanksgiving, but hey, I'm working off memory here. You gotta give me some slack. I could just tell you all day about my family's Thanksgivings with my grandparents when I was a kid, but one, I don't think they're that funny, and two, I don't remember any of them and don't care to. So instead, I'll just tell you this one story. There was a pretty hard Thanksgiving to get through one year where my grandfather had just passed away on my mom's side, and he was really cool, so my family all on my mom's side had gotten together. We pretty much spent the entire day eating and drinking, and I thought it was a good idea to just keep trying different beers. So I tried like a dark beer, then a light beer, then some other kind of beer, and by the time I knew it, I had tried like 8 or 9 different types of beers before the end of the day. And I didn't get drunk the entire day. I was fine. But my stomach did not agree with any of it. So about 2 a.m, I'm sitting in bed and just going, So I had to go to the bathroom and make myself puke. That was disgusting. It was the big brown bowl of puke that you'd imagine it would be. Hold on, I gotta take a break. It's a mid-show song. Do give me money. Do give me lots of money. Do give me money. Do. Anyway, that's the song for today. Now go like and subscribe and follow me on all them social medias: the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Tumblr, the what else is left? Pinterest. I don't have a Pinterest, Christina. Instagram. I said Instagram. Faceballs. Follow me on Faceballs. All right. Live Journal. Follow me on Zanga. And what else is left? MySpace. Follow me on MySpace. Actually, don't do that. I didn't make a MySpace. Okay. Well, that's enough. So follow me. Listen to my music. Listen to my show. Follow me on all the social medias. Give me 5 stars. Give me 6 stars on things that are only 5 stars. Give me a walrus, Christina says, I think. I think that's what she's saying. Anyway, that's back to the show time. Back to the show. Speaking of Thanksgiving, Christina and I and a bunch of friends recently had a Friendsgiving / Christina's birthday party, which was in November, which is what month it is right now, which is... Anyway, it's still November. Okay, so it was nice. We all brought food, we ate a lot, but most importantly, we watched Drive Angry. If you've never watched Drive... What was that? Christina says woohoo. If you've never watched Drive Angry before, it is Nicolas Cage's finest film to date. It starts off in some kind of hellscape thing, where there's like a bridge and he's driving on it with really no explanation of why or where he's coming from, just some guy reading a quote. And then he drives angrily, and there's some weird transition. There's some lady in a place. It's making breakfast. She's a waitress.
Punches a naked lady.
She punches a naked lady. That doesn't happen in the beginning.
Oh. Yeah.
We'll get to that. And then so he's in the diner, and he talks to some lady, and he's like, I need some sugar in my black coffee. So the lady brings him coffee, and he's like, you forgot the sugar. And he grabs it from the other side of the table, which it was already there, so he really didn't need sugar. Anyway,
Oh, God.
and they leave. This lady quits because their boss is a perv, and they walk, and
Don't give away the whole thing.
all right, you're right. Let's just get to the important parts. Spoiler alert. Don't listen to the rest of this. Go watch Drive Angry right now and come back and listen to it when I'm done talking about it. Wait, before I'm done talking about it. Yeah. Okay, so the biggest moments in this are there's a scene where he's in a bar and then he goes and he does it with some lady and he's doing it fully clothed and says, "I never disrobe before a gunfight."
Classic.
And he's doing it fully clothed, and then these guys come in with every single person that comes in has a different weapon. Like they just went to the weapon store and just said, "We'll take one of everything." And so all these people come in, and he's shooting them all to death while he's still plowing this prostitute-looking lady. And she's like, oh, the whole time. And it's pretty much the greatest movie scene of all time. So then somebody gets them with a cattle prod, and he's still like, penetrating her. And they both get electrocuted. And what a classic. Am I right?
Totally. You know this only got a 46% Rotten Tomatoes rating.
That's illegal. It should get 100%. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I agree.
What were the other good parts?
All of it.
Okay, all of it was the good parts.
Any scene where someone was angry or driving.
Yeah, and the graphics in it, flawless. So there was that bullet that looked like a PlayStation game. There's that part at the end.
They're all the tumbly cars.
Yeah, there's that part where the car falls in a way that doesn't make any sense.
People get bats through their eyes.
Yeah, there's a guy that gets a bat through his eye that looks like dumpy Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Honestly, just watch the movie.
You should just watch the movie. I mean, at the end, he drinks out of a guy's bloody skull. I mean, after...
Gave away the ending.
I did. I told them spoiler alert. But, I mean, the best part is really right when he does die, because it's like Windows 95 graphics of the guy exploding. It's my favorite
I
scene.
can't believe this movie only made $10 million in the box office.
According to Christina, it only made $10 million in the box office. It should have made $10 billion. It should have brought Nicolas Cage into stardom.
He's
Stardom.
already a star.
Not a big enough star. He should have played every character in every movie ever. Like, Eddie Murphy.
Fun fact, the guy who plays the villain in this is the dad from Twilight.
Yeah, that's a good fact. And he talks like, "Whoa, I'm gonna have a really bad Louisiana accent, and I'm gonna wear a necklace that people stab me with." He wears a necklace specifically to get stabbed with, I think.
My cane is a femur bone.
Yeah, his cane is a femur bone. And he talks like this. Woo!
Oh my god, his nails look better than mine and yet grosser at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. By the way, if this episode sounds terrible, it's because I keep turning away from the microphone to talk to Christina. I feel like there's something I'm missing about this movie.
You just can't put it into words, I feel like.
It is. It is the greatest movie of all time, which is why we watched it for my birthday and Christina's birthday, and we will probably watch it for everybody's birthday till the end of time.
And we're going to keep forcing people to watch it because it's so good.
This is why we don't have friends.
Yeah. After the party, everyone told us to never talk to them again.
Yeah. Nobody likes us.
It's okay.
What else is there?
About what?
About Drive Angry.
Oh, we're still talking about...
Yeah, this is all I got.
The Accountant.
The Accountant.
Amazing.
Oh my god. He is the best character in the movie that's not Nicolas Cage. Because there's that part where... What song was it?
That's the way, I like.
Yeah, he's driving like a... What is it? Like a hydrogen tank or something?
Yeah, like something like that.
Something that he steps out of and onto the hood of a car next to it really smoothly while That's the way I like it is playing at the same time.
That's probably my favorite part. I liked it.
Yeah, his acting is the best. Oh, there's that part where he gets shot in the eye, and it looks really gross. So they just they put a bandana over his face, and it doesn't look any better.
I probably suggest you're talking about
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage gets shot in the eye, and then it just looks like bad bloody vagina, basically.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty hot actually.
Amazing.
And
you know the guy who plays the accountant is he was in The Dark Knight.
Oh, he was in The Dark Knight. Clearly not as good as this.
He was the bank manager.
Bank manager, accountant. He likes money.
He loves money. Can't blame him.
Yeah. I really don't know what else we can talk about Drive Angry because it's just so good. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. I would spend $100.
I would probably spend like $10.
I didn't finish. I would spend $100 to buy 100 copies of it to give everyone I know.
Oh, I like that, yeah. So you can watch it an infinite amount of times and never get bored of it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to risk having like a bad copy of a movie and not being able to watch it.
That's true.
Excuse me.
More Drive Angry?
Yeah, what else is in Drive Angry?
Just watch the movie.
You should just watch Drive Angry instead of listening to me convince you. All right, well, I think that's about good for an episode because I've run out of things about Drive Angry to talk about.
Let's talk about food we ate.
Oh, yeah, we did eat food. Never mind. We're going to talk about food now. I made mixed vegetables and Brussels sprouts because Madeline asked for Brussels sprouts and then didn't eat any of them, and I ate all of them. They were in bacon grease. It was delicious.
Delicious. I made macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And I put Swiss in it, and it was not good.
You're not stepping close enough to this microphone.
Damn it. All right.
I have two, but we're already too far into
This
this.
is better.
Talk again.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So I made macaroni and cheese, and I put Swiss in it, and it was not that great. The Swiss was a mess.
Yes, the Swiss was a miss.
And mashed potatoes.
They were good.
Yeah.
The mashed potatoes were delicious.
Because it had like 2 sticks of butter in it, probably.
And there was turkey.
Turkey, ham.
We didn't make that, though.
No, we didn't.
Or the ham.
No.
I made those sausages with the onions at the last minute, so it smelled like
good.
onions.
Yeah, it was really good.
They were breadsticks that we ate before everybody got there. And there was cheese. Way too much cheese.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this day a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I drank a lot of apple cider, and it made me feel really gross.
Well, apple cider with whiskey.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, it was good. I had wine.
It was good. I didn't drink the wine, but I'm assuming it's good.
We got hell water.
Hell water. It was the Hellboy fireball stuff that we didn't open until like after the party was already over.
To go with our Drive Angry theme.
Yes, it was delicious.
It was really good.
So, moral of the story is, eat a lot of food for Thanksgiving. Watch every Nicolas Cage movie in a row. All of them.
Oh, next.
Oh, watch next. Because it's the worst, most just stupid ending.
You'll want to watch it over and over and over again.
Because they keep replaying things. He's like, hey, did you think I just died there? Well, I almost did until I knew what happened, and now I'm alive.
Can we ruin this one?
Yeah, we're already ruining.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, he wakes up at the ending of it, and you go back about half an hour into the movie where, he just imagines how everybody fucking dies when everything blows up.
Yeah.
Everything blows up, and then he's like, oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake!
I like the moments where it just looks like he's zoning out, but he's like having like these premonitions, but he just looks out of it.
Yeah, most of the movie. He's just like,
what is he doing?
what? This is really, really... Really? Okay, so the beginning of the movie, it starts out pretty promising. He bashes a guy's head into a table and, like, change falls out. That's good enough to...
Because he's a magician.
Yeah, he's a magician. And he's like, and my next trick will be falling asleep with my eyes open for the majority of this movie.
Oh my gosh. So, the accountant
Mm-hmm.
in,
Well, we're still talking about this?
in Driving, yes.
Okay.
He was a voice in Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
He was also... Damn it. He was an American Dad.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Like, this guy just has, like, a very distinctive face, so I feel like
Yeah. He was good. He was really the best actor in the entire movie.
Best. He was in Entourage. Call of Duty. What the...
Okay, you can listen to our next episode of Christina Reads IMDb pages.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that episode.
That's gonna be a good podcast. I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
You can't watch it. It's a podcast.
Don't get snippety with me.
Yeah.
Please?
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Next. Awful ending. Next.
More like next. I was like, next.
I got the joke the first 2 times.
I don't know.
All right. Is that all we got for this episode?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. And a Happy New Year.
We're not that far into it. Just
Hold on. I got to click some stuff on my computer real quick. You're probably going to hear this in the recording. Oh, shit. You didn't hear that. Or that. Or that.
I did.
Oh, crap. Christina heard it. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm opening this. Oh.
What?
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
All right, so we're done.
Wait.
Okay, I guess we're not done yet. Sorry for psyching you out, guys.
Okay, I think we're done.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode of the Unrefined Jagoff. Tune in next time.
Oh my god. Okay, so Nicolas Cage is the son
You just couldn't let me finish.
of a literature professor
Uh-huh.
and a dancer/choreographer.
Hot.
Weird. Okay, now I'm done.
All right. Anyway, I really didn't have anything to say about the next episode. But anyway, hold on. Remember to rate, subscribe, and share with anyone you can think of. Like your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your mother, your friends, your enemies. Give it to Christina.
Friends.
You're right. We don't have friends. And if you listen to this, you probably don't have friends either. And follow me on Instagram so you can see a ton of pictures of dogs and
your comic.
And my comics and my comments and my comically large butt.
And dogs.
And dogs. Mostly the dogs and food. I eat a lot of food and post dumb things. Mm-hmm. And so follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. As you know, I am your host, Ian Cavelli. And so all the writing, recording, production is by me in my bedroom studio. Music by Satan's Basement. Remember, support the arts, humanities, public media, your local comic book store, and of course, each other. Don't be dicks to each other, show empathy, and be a good person where it counts. That's all the show I have for you right now.
Nicolas Cage is 6 feet tall.
Nicolas Cage is 6 feet tall. Goodbye! Uh-oh, where's the stop button? I forgot one more thing about Drive Angry. The ending is a song by Meatloaf that I've never heard before instead of the obvious Highway to Hell because they were literally on a highway going to hell. Seriously, how did they fuck that up? Right, Christina?
Right.
All right, that's it. Bye. Woo! Woo!